Forgotten muscle cars that could smoke the legends. Not every muscle car became a household name, but some hidden beasts were just as powerful as the famous legends. These machines often shocked rivals with their performance, despite being overlooked in the spotlight. Today, we'll uncover three forgotten muscle cars that had the speed and power to smoke even the biggest icons. 1. 1969 Pontiac Grand Prix SJ 428. The 1969 Pontiac Grand Prix SJ 428 was not your average personal luxury car. Pontiac took style, comfort, and serious performance and blended them into one machine. The SJ trim came with the powerful 428 cubic inch V8 engine. It delivered up to 390 horsepower and massive torque. Despite being larger than many muscle cars, it could sprint surprisingly fast. The Grand Prix SJ could run the quarter mile in the low 14 seconds, shocking those who underestimated it. Its long hood and sharp design gave it a commanding presence. Inside, it offered bucket seats, wood trim, and all the luxuries buyers expected. But beneath the refinement, it was a beast. Pontiac marketed it as a gentleman's muscle car. It wasn't loud or flashy, but it was powerful. The SJ 428 could take down plenty of Mustangs and Camaros on the street. Drivers loved its combination of comfort and performance. It proved that luxury didn't mean slow. The Grand Prix SJ was a perfect car for those who wanted both speed and style. Even today, it remains underrated compared to the famous GTO. But for those in the know, it was a serious performer. Collectors now see it as a hidden gem from Pontiac's golden years. It was unique in its ability to blend refinement with raw power. The Grand Prix SJ 428 deserves a place among forgotten legends. It showed that Pontiac knew how to build more than just the GTO. Its speed, style, and exclusivity make it unforgettable. This was a car built to surprise, and it delivered. 2. 1970 Oldsmobile 442 W30. The 1970 Oldsmobile 442 W30 was one of the most powerful muscle cars of its era. It came with the 455 cubic inch V8, delivering 370 horsepower and massive torque. But with the W30 performance package, it was even more impressive. The W30 included a fiberglass hood, special camshaft, and improved air induction. This helped it dominate at the drag strip. The 442 W30 could run the quarter mile in just over 13 seconds. That was faster than many Mustangs, Camaros, and even some Mopars. Its acceleration shocked rivals who underestimated Oldsmobile. On the outside, it featured bold striping and a ram air hood. It looked as aggressive as it performed. Inside, it had comfort features that made it great for daily driving. This combination of speed and usability was rare. Oldsmobile marketed it as a more refined muscle car, but it had brute strength. The 442 stood for 4-barrel carb, 4-speed transmission, and dual exhaust. It lived up to that name with authority. Despite its power, it was often overshadowed by Chevelles and GTOS. That makes it one of the most underrated muscle cars of its time. Collectors today prize the W30 for its rarity and performance. It had a perfect balance of muscle and refinement. Drivers who owned one knew they had something special. The 442 W30 was a true competitor in the muscle car wars. It could humble many bigger names at the drag strip. It was fast, stylish, and loaded with attitude. A true forgotten powerhouse. 3. 1971 AMC Javelin AMX 401. The 1971 AMC Javelin AMX 401 was proof that AMC could play with the big boys. It came with a 401 cubic inch V8, producing up to 330 horsepower. That was more than enough to make it a serious threat. The Javelin AMX had distinctive styling with flared fenders and a long hood. It looked aggressive and modern compared to rivals. On the drag strip, it could hold its own against Mustangs and Camaros. The 401 engine gave it excellent acceleration. It was underrated because AMC didn't have the marketing muscle of Ford or Chevy. But the car itself was impressive. It featured racing-inspired touches like a cowl induction hood. The AMX trim made it even sportier. AMC also had great success with Javelins in Trans Am racing. That gave it credibility on the track as well as the street. Inside, it had unique designs that set it apart. The Javelin AMX 401 was rare, which makes it desirable today. Few people recognized its performance back then, but it could surprise almost anyone at the stoplight. It had speed, handling, and bold style. The Javelin AMX was the underdog of the muscle era. Yet it delivered incredible performance for its size. Collectors now look back and appreciate its uniqueness. It was AMC's answer to the Mustang and Camaro. The 401 AMX proved that even the smallest company could build a true muscle legend. This forgotten car deserves much more respect. These three cars, the Pontiac Grand Prix SJ428, Oldsmobile 442 W30, and AMC Javelin AMX 401, were powerful machines hidden in the shadows of bigger names. They showed that muscle wasn't limited to Mustangs, Camaros, and Chargers. Each one offered its own unique blend of speed, style, and innovation. The Grand Prix SJ blended luxury with surprising performance. The 442 W30 brought refinement and brute force together in one package. The Javelin AMX proved that even AMC could build a true competitor. They were fast enough to humble the legends of their time. Today, collectors and enthusiasts finally give them the respect they deserve. These forgotten muscle cars remind us that greatness doesn't always get the spotlight, and that's what makes them true hidden legends of the muscle car era.